Everybody, welcome back to another CYT-Crypto episode. My name is Stephen Aitchison, and today we'll be going over the markets. We'll be looking at the Ethereum chart and the Bitcoin chart today. I'm not going to go over any news, so it's going to be a much quicker one today, but we'll look at that more in depth on the Bitcoin chart and the Ethereum chart as well, which are very similar, to be honest. So we'll look at that. If you like these videos, or if you like these videos, remember, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and hit that like on the way out as well. Hit that like just now, and leave a comment down below as well. And if you want to support this channel, I've got a new book coming out at the end of this month now. It's the 1st of April today. It's coming out at the end of this month, called The Belief Principle, all about changing your personal beliefs to empower you and your life as well. If you want to change your life, you've got to change your beliefs about yourself. So that would be fantastic if you could do that as well. Okay, let's look at the markets just now. We have toilet paper token. Obviously, it's an April Fool's Day joke, but that's the top of CMC just now. Bitcoin we have down 2.32%, Ethereum down 0.26%, XRP down as well. Everything's kind of down just now, or sideways. We've got Waves at the top, it's leading the way, 21% above. Icon is 12% in the green as well. Energy Maker, Chainlink all up as well, but not that much in the green. There's about 30% in the green, 70% in the red. And Nervos, Bitcoin, Ogre, Hollow down, Blockstack, Steam down. Again, not that much. It's kind of sideways day today. We've got Bitcoin dominance, 64.9%, and overall market cap $178 billion just now as well. Okay, let's look at the Ethereum charts just now. And this is Ethereum USDT at the moment. So we've got this, we looked at before on the 4-hour chart. We've got this kind of descending triangle kind of happening here just now. So this descending triangle here, and you can see we're hitting that kind of perfectly. We hit it last night again, and perfectly before bouncing back down. We did go up to about $135 and came back down. And we'll just look at the hourly chart. We'll be able to see that kind of broke out there about $135 and came back down from there. So we did have a candle above it, a full candle above this. That's the full body above it, but it was on the downslope. And it looks like we're moving down. We've got $131.77 at the minute for Ethereum USDT. That is. I still think we could come down to about 122. And there could be a scenario whereby we're coming down to about, well, probably below $90. So we're still in this triangle just now, but what I wanted to show you was something else that we kind of spoke about last month, and it was another previous kind of triangle there. It was a symmetrical triangle that we broke down to the downside. I'm saying we could have a measured move. So we'll just look at this just now. So is this triangle here, this is a symmetrical triangle on the Ethereum USDT chart, and said, okay, if we break out from here, this is a measured move. A breakout to the downside could see us going down to round about the $75 range for Ethereum. And a measured move to the upside, if again broke out there, was a measured move up to $199. Now, so we've obviously come out of that, we broke to the downside of that, and we're still playing this out just now. So we'll get rid of them just now. And we've got this new symmetrical triangle here that we're looking at. And a measured move, as I said, we've kind of spoke about this before, but a measured move to the downside would probably be down to about $89 just now, and a measured move to the upside. If I kind of broke out of this triangle, could be up to $164, which was we spoke about yesterday as well. So the likely scenario of kind of this happening is still to the downside for me. It's more bearish than bullish at the moment, and to do that we have to kind of look at Bitcoin to see why it's kind of bearish. Obviously this is USDT, which really follows the kind of Bitcoin price, so we'll have to take that into consideration as well. But I'm looking at the Ethereum chart every day as well, because that's what I'm kind of trading at the minute, and that's what we're into just now. And we'll just put that back to auto just now, and you can see there we're up to $131.79, and it could break down initially to $121. If it does break down to that, then we'll see if it goes down further to below the $100. So I'm still bearish at the minute until it breaks out of here. So we're still in this triangle, is very, very close to kind of breaking out of here on the 4-hourly chart and staying out of here as well. And if it does do that, then I'm probably bullish up to $152, and then probably a bounce back down again. to the 121. Short-term bullish, if it breaks out of this triangle. At the moment, I'm still bearish, just now on Ethereum and obviously Bitcoin as well, and I think it's going to break to the downside. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin chart. Just now, very similar as well. We're in this symmetrical triangle, like I said, and we're talking about the monthly yesterday. We'll just look at the monthly and what's happening here with the monthly. And we said, okay, if it breaks this $6,300, we could be going down to around about the $4,000 range. It didn't break it. It didn't actually break it yesterday. So we closed yesterday at 6,421. So that was a close on the monthly. So that was actually just above it. But it could be that we're kind of coming down here on this candle, on the second, or this monthly candle here, and starting to break down from there. But we could get a bounce from here as well. This could be heavy support, the $6,300 range. Although we're kind of skirting on that just now, we're knocking on the door of $6,300 just now. So we need to wait and see kind of what happens here to see if it's going to break to the downside or the upside. Now, obviously, we've got the death cross on the kind of 50 and the 200 MA as well. We can see that happened the other day on the 25th of March. We've got that death cross, and that is getting kind of steeper as well. So that's another kind of bearish sign as well, obviously. And every time we've had the death cross, obviously, we've gone down quite significantly there. The last time, 8,900 all the way down to kind of 6,000, and then it kind of broke back up there as well. Now we're coming down again. We could go back down to that 3,000. We've broken down on numerous occasions here, 25th of March, almost 2 years ago to the date. We broke down at 9,500 all the way down to 3,200. And that's it just now. So we've not had that many cases of death crosses, but when they've happened, they've kind of happened quite big and quite significant as well. It's not to say that's going to be the case this time, but we'll need to wait and see what's going to happen with that death cross as well. Something else I wanted to show you as well, and this is on the daily. So again, I'm going to look at extrapolating information from historical prices, and we're going to be looking at this halving date. I think the halving date is going to be significant. We're about 42 days away from the halving date just now. So it could be significant. Traditionally, after the halving date, we've kind of gone down slightly before we've gone back up, and I think that could happen again. So that was on the 9th of July. So we're going to take information from that and go 42 days away from that. So what we'll do is we'll do it measured and go 42 days away, and we can see we are 42 bars. So that puts it round about there. That will do it just from the bottom here and go up to there. And that kind of shows exactly the pattern of the bar chart pattern. Okay, so we're going to take that information, take it off, and put it on to the current price just now. I reckon we're roughly somewhere there. Around about there. And obviously you don't have that drop because it started from up higher here. So really taking it from about there, kind of moving up, coming down. You can see the big kind of moves down. Similar, not dissimilar to what we're kind of going through just now. And just before the halving here, it says, it doesn't say that, but just before the halving, we could break down to this kind of 4,200 area and then start moving up after the halving. So kind of bounce up from here, or it could be that we're just kind of a couple of days. So after the halving, we could go down to around about 4,200 and start moving up from there. Overall, long term, I'm still very bullish on Bitcoin. Overall, for the long term, I still think what's happening in the kind of climate just now, the kind of economic climate just now, I think we're going to be in for a big economic downturn, because essentially the government are controlling the stock market just now. That's essentially kind of what's happening just now. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing is because it's not a free market. So it doesn't really mean anything if the government are controlling it. If they can just put any amount of money in they want, it's always going to be, it's probably could have hit its bottom by now. That's the only kind of upside to this, that we could have hit essentially the kind of bottom by now because of the government are really controlling the stock market. Certainly in the US just now, that's essentially what's happening just now. So we may have, I don't think we're going to go down much further. I think the stock market, I do see a big economic downturn like we've seen in 2008, probably going to be much bigger than 2008 or 2007 to 2008. I think it's going to be much bigger than that. And when I say much bigger, I'm talking about 10x, kind of bigger. In terms of the stock market, because the government controlling it, obviously they're going to have control over where the bottom is as well. So from that point of view, it's not essentially a good thing. Is that going to be good for Bitcoin? I think what's going to happen with gold is going to go up exponentially as well from here as well. So just have a look at gold just now, where the gold price is. And what's happening there. We're down to $1,592. I said this would probably take a slight dip, and it has. $1,567 it got to, it's kind of going back up. But it did come down to $1,450. But I think what you're going to see here over the next couple of years is gold is probably going to go back up as the fiat currency system goes down, because all these governments are just printing money just left and right. The fiat system is going to go down. What's everybody going to do? Kind of billionaires are going to turn to gold. That's what's going to happen here. Gold and silver, and probably gold is probably going to go up to $2,500, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000. But also, they're going to be looking for another asset class, Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to be an asset class that cannot be, well, it can be controlled if the government kind of had enough kind of Bitcoin, but I think they're too late for that to have enough Bitcoin to totally control it, or they'll try and ban it or something. But I think in the next couple of years, we could see kind of Bitcoin really, really shooting up. So at the moment, short term, it looks very bearish. At the moment, we're talking short term just now for the next 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, possibly even longer than that as well. It looks bearish for Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins. Obviously, there's a lot of altcoins about just now. I've spoken about a couple of them. I spoke about 6 of them on the previous video as well that I really like. There's probably about 10 altogether that I really like that I'll get into and just kind of keep a hold of. Just now, Coti being one of them, DAG being one of them, kind of CHR being one of them, SHR. There's loads of them just now. Well, about 10, as I said, that I'll be looking at. And there's loads other ones out there as well that look extremely good for the long term as well. Taylor being one of them as well. It's very similar to Chainlink, same with Band as well. So gold is looking as if it's going to jump up as well, but when the fiat system kind of breaks down over the next couple of years. So I think gold and Bitcoin are really going to come into their own over the next couple of years. Whether I'm still going to be in the game or not, goodness knows what's going to happen there. But we'll kind of wait and see. Okay, with the stock markets, we'll just look at the Dow Jones. We've seen the Dow Jones kind of bouncing up again yesterday. Well, no, it kind of came down yesterday from 22,230 down to 21,898 finished up at. But it did go up before it came back down. So we're on a curve on the way up, looking at this V shape. So we could, as I said yesterday, we could get a V shape kind of thing formation where we go back up to 29,000. I still think, even though the government are essentially controlling it just now, I still think there's going to be a mass sell-off with the economic situation not hitting us fully yet. Because there's going to be loads of people losing their jobs. It's not going to be a case of this coronavirus is going to be over and everybody goes back to their jobs, because there's a lot of companies going bust just now as well. A lot of companies, airline companies, are obviously the travel industry is going to have to get bailed out big time. Looked at the agricultural industry as well. I've seen that yesterday on the news, how kind of loads of millions of people in the garden centres are kind of losing money as well. So it's going to be a lot bigger than we actually expect. So we could see a downturn in the short term of the stock market and then the government propping it back up again. But there's only so much they can do, surely. So still, for me, I still see an economic downturn, especially for the stock market. I think it's going to go down. And I think that's going to drag Bitcoin down with it and all the other cryptocurrencies with it. And then after that, that's when we're going to see Bitcoin rising out of the ashes. Once it goes down to 4,200, 3,000 or 1,800, I can't see any other way just now. I just can't see it just now. So what I'm doing, I'm still obviously in USDT just now, and I'm still looking towards the bear side, trying to accumulate as much USDT just now, or cash just now. Still cash is king just now. And when and if we do go down for Bitcoin, then I'll just kind of move in and buy 3, 4, 5 Bitcoin and just keep a hold of it. And that'll be it. Just keep a hold of it, and then it'll be a case of accumulating Bitcoin for the future, because I still do really believe in it, and I still think it's going to take over from the fiat system, which is breaking down as we speak just now. Not good at all. But that's short term. Long term, brilliant for Bitcoin, and I think brilliant for gold as well. If you're into gold and silver, I think it's going to be brilliant for gold and silver as well. That's where the billionaires are going to go, and then they're going to be looking for another asset class, which is Bitcoin. Ethereum is obviously going to come up there as well, because they're going to be looking on the blockchain. Governments are already looking at the blockchain for their own digital currency. So it's going to lead other people to blockchain, asking what blockchain is, and then looking at Ethereum as well. So I see Ethereum and Bitcoin doing extremely well, as well as some of the alts as well. You're going to get rid of the shitcoins, they're going to disappear as well, hopefully, and then you're going to be left with the cream of the crop. And I think that's only a good thing for the cryptocurrency space as well. Okay, that's it just now. I mean, it's not all doom and gloom. I know it sounds kind of doom and gloom just now, or it feels as if I'm doom and gloom compared to my normal self. But in the long term, I do see we have got massive opportunity here. It's just not going to happen in the short term. If the stock markets go down, the economy goes down, everything goes down the toilet, fiat system goes down, it has to drag Bitcoin with it. It can't not. There's not going to be a time where everybody's going to say, shit, we've no money, shit, we're bankrupt, we'll get into Bitcoin. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is that everything is going to get down. This is why we call it depression. Everything is going to be depressed and coming down, including Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And that's when they say, okay, the fiat system is broken. This is where we need a new system. This is where Bitcoin comes in. It's the only other thing we can do. The kind of digital dollar is exactly the same as the dollar just now. It's just digitalized. It's exactly the same. So that's not going to make a difference at all. Bitcoin is going to make a difference. Ethereum is going to make a difference. And the other kind of alts, some of the alts are going to make a difference because they're ancillary to what Bitcoin and Ethereum do as well. So long term, extremely bullish. I just hope I'm able to ride this out so I can hodl and get some more kind of Bitcoin as well. Right now, cash is king for me. Just now, we might have a big push up, not a big push up, but a push up to about 7,200 for Bitcoin before coming back down again. That's my view on things, just my opinion. Do your own research and all that as well. Put your big boy pants on, big girl pants on. But as I said, it's not all doom and gloom. I'm extremely bullish for the future for Bitcoin, Ethereum especially as well. But more so Bitcoin because of the economic situation just now, because we are going to be looking for a new system. And I do believe Bitcoin is that new system. But we need to wait and see how this plays out. Okay, if you like these videos, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like on the way out as well. And leave a comment. If you think I'm talking absolute mince, leave a comment down below. If you agree with me, leave a comment down below as well. And if you kind of want to support this channel as well, you can buy the book that comes out at the end of this month called The Belief Principle. It's all about your personal beliefs. And I think more so than ever, we need something like this, a book like this as well, to really kind of focus on yourself and really kind of hone in on your personal beliefs and bring out the empowering beliefs within your life as well to change your life as well. I think we need something like this. So we'll see what happens with that as well. But it'd be brilliant if you could buy that. Okay, until next time, namaste, take care, bye now.